Bonjour. My name is Catania James, and I'm the Study Abroad Advisor here at Purchase College. I work in the Office of International Programs and Services. I'm here today with Professors Donna Cornachio and Rachel Owens. They'll be teaching 2 classes in France this summer. Hi, Donna and Rachel.
Hi, great to be here.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. So tell us a little bit about the program in France, a little background, how it came to be, and which students are eligible to apply.
The program runs for 5 weeks in the south of France, and it's open to all students, regardless of their major. Students live with a French-speaking family, and the program is based in Antibes, which is a beautiful walled medieval city, and they take French class every day, and then they have a choice of 2 electives. I teach a journalism class called Reporting the Region, in which students work as foreign correspondents, reporting on the social, political, artistic scene in Antibes. And Rachel, take it away.
I teach an art class that actually combines drawing and sculpture and a little bit of performance. And we do all of this work basically in the streets in Antibes. And you don't have to know how to do any art at all. All levels welcome.
Nice. Okay, so at the end of the courses, do they walk away with final projects or like paper?
For the journalism classes, students need to write 4 stories over the course of 4 weeks. But I think our highlight, our favorite project that Rachel came up with was a collaborative exhibit that students did at the end.
Yeah, it's a really great kind of like a party at the end where we actually have a show or an exhibit at the school. Where it's kind of our home base for our coursework during the entire time that we're there. And so the art students mostly made sculptures or little videos, and then the journalism students also made some things, and then some people did performances. So it was just a really beautiful night at the very end where host families came, other French friends that the students met while they were there came. It was a really lovely way to kind of end the program, the Antibes part of the program, that is.
Okay. So in addition to the coursework, are there also excursions during the Antibes part of the program?
Yeah, sure. We do a number of excursions over the course of the 4 weeks in Antibes. One of my favorites we usually do the first week is a hike in the Cap d'Antibes, which is this beautiful rocky promontory where F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote. It's about a 2-hour hike, Rachel?
It is, yeah. Yeah, big waves crashing into the rocks. I mean, it's really picturesque and kind of amazing.
Yeah. We go to Nice, which I know is one of Rachel's favorite places because of the contemporary art scene there.
Yeah, there's amazing contemporary art museum there, as well as a number of other galleries and sort of project spaces that are really fun for people to see in addition to the historic work that we also see.
We had a press conference, the journalism students, with the mayor of Antibes. We also interviewed the local reporter for Nice Matin, the local paper. Students have gone to Monaco, even to Italy.
Oh, wow.
You can take a train ride to Italy. So there are lots of opportunities for excursions.
That's beautiful.
St. Paul de Vence also is a town that we visit, which is actually where James Baldwin lived the last part of his life.
Oh, wow.
And also one of the sort of premier private modern art collections is really near St. Paul de Vence, and we visit that as well.
Okay. So I'm liking that the excursions and like that they'll be interacting with the population on Antibes. So I know there's some students hearing that. They're thinking, okay, that's awesome, but how much French should I know before I come on this program?
Right. So students don't need to know a lick of French. I encourage them, if they're interested, to watch French films and to listen to French music and to download any of the free apps that you can get just to get your ear accustomed to the language. But that's just a recommendation. Students will be placed according to their level. So we have students who have no exposure to the language as well as those who are very comfortable. But they're living like natives, not like tourists. So they order in restaurants in French, and it's like osmosis, right, Rachel? They really do pick it up.
Yeah, and it's immersive. So it's actually much easier to learn a foreign language when you're immersed in the language rather than having to force yourself to memorize lists, right? It just happens.
Okay. Awesome. I circle back to earlier, you said there's an auntie part of the program. So is there another part of the program?
Yes.
Okay.
The program ends with 5 days in Paris.
Oh, wow.
So, which is
City of Lights.
The City of Lights, pretty remarkable. And so there's no formal class that takes place during those 5 days. But students ride the metro. We go to the Louvre. The Pompidou is another museum that we go to. I mean, there's so much to do. It's sort of an endless thing. We try to cram as much as we can in those 5 days. And I think our favorite memory is the last night in Paris. It was a very spontaneous thing that happened, that the students and Rachel and I just gathered together for a potluck supper at the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, we have amazing pictures from that night, actually, of everyone dancing and eating and posing under the lights of the Eiffel Tower. It was pretty magical.
Nice. Sounds like a great opportunity. So I know there are a couple of students who are like, I would love to take that class. However, is it offered at Purchase, or like what's the advantage of doing it abroad and not on Purchase campus?
I just don't think that you can make a comparison between learning in the classroom and studying abroad. For one thing, you are taking everything in through all your senses. What you're eating, what you're smelling, what you're seeing, what you're hearing. Students really get out of their comfort zone, and they learn so much more than whatever it is they're learning in French class or by taking an elective.
Again, it's learning through living, right, as opposed to learning through academics. So I think it soaks in, besides the fact that it's more fun.
We have office hours in a local cafe. And,
nice.
So that's a whole lot nicer than going to a classroom on campus and meeting with your professor.
Yeah.
So what would you say the qualification that a student should have for studying abroad?
Curiosity, openness, willingness to make mistakes, to be awkward, to be off Facebook, off Instagram, and to really be in the moment.
Yeah, I'm just excited to live and experience new things, because then that makes you a bigger, broader, better person when you come back home. I mean, it's transformative.
Sounds great. Yeah, I know there are students who would definitely fit those qualifications, and definitely take pictures and put it on Facebook when they come back. Sounds like a terrific opportunity, definitely helping the students get out there, learn French, and also apply that to their electives, to art and journalism. So I really hope there's some students who definitely take advantage of this.
So do we.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a great opportunity, and on verra en Antibes.